Hey everyone, Andrew here, bringing you another video review, and today we're going to be doing Green Lantern, issue number 4. Take a look at this comic cover right here. Now, where we last left off on Green Lantern, Sinestro and Hal Jordan were both traveling to Sinestro's home planet because it had been enslaved by the Sinestro Corps. Now, upon reaching the planet, they were supposed to be all stealthy and ninja-like. However, surprisingly enough, Sinestro was the one that broke silence and went all batshit crazy and started attacking the Sinestro Corps, particularly because they attacked someone close, near, and dear to Sinestro. The plan was for Sinestro to distract the Sinestro Corps and for Hal Jordan to fly into the big, huge, yellow power battery with a Green Lantern power battery. However, this kind of backfires and Hal Jordan is dissolved into nothing. Now we move into issue number 4, and all the people that are fans of Hal Jordan can breathe a sigh of relief because he's not dead. All those people that aren't a fan of Hal Jordan, well, too bad. Live with it. Anyways, what happened is Sinestro was trying to transport Hal Jordan to the antimatter universe and somehow turn off the power battery, which would depower the Sinestro Corps. I'm not exactly sure what Sinestro's plan was. However, it didn't quite work out the way it was supposed to. Hal Jordan was spit out along with his power battery, or Sinestro's power battery, and the Sinestro Corps was able to capture them. Hal Jordan was sent into a prison where he was quickly losing power in his ring, while Sinestro was being tortured because they want to remove the ring from him. See, the Sinestro Corps hasn't lost faith in its leader so much as they think that their leader is being possessed. Oh, how silly they are. See, the thing about Sinestro is he's very Machiavellian. He believes that no matter what, the ends totally get justified by the means. So it doesn't matter if he's wearing a red ring, a blue ring, a pink ring, a yellow ring. It could be a rainbow ring. It could be a tie-dye ring. It could be a flannel ring. It won't really much matter. If it gets what he wants done, he'll do it. And when it comes down to it, if he has to wear a Green Lantern ring to protect the world and bring law and order to the universe, he'll do it. It doesn't really much matter to him. So, despite this, they're still trying to get the ring off him because they think that he's being controlled by Hal Jordan, or the Guardians, or possibly the little squirrel Green Lantern. Who knows? And it leaves off on a bit of a cliffhanger with Sinestro trying to work a bit of his magic for his people, who aren't too particularly happy to see him. Because, you know, being enslaved and put under a dictatorial rule, it can leave some tension with some people. Anyways, with that said, let's jump into the good, the bad, and whether or not you should get it. Good. Well, I do like the little bits with Hal Jordan trying to break through of his cell, and he only has one little construct he can create left. Enough power for one construct, and the construct he makes is very touching, and it really shows that Geoff Johns is trying to push something with Sinestro, not Sinestro, with Hal Jordan, on a very emotional level and a personal level, not just how he feels, but him in his state of mind in his life. The bits with Sinestro are great, especially at the end, and I don't want to reveal what he does at the end, but let's just say Sinestro really pulls off one huge Green Lantern move. That is big time. He did it before, but he did it again to, well, the 100th degree. And I like how badass Sinestro is just through the whole entire thing. He doesn't give, he doesn't complain, he gets tortured, he may scream a little, but geez, he's getting tortured like a million times over. It doesn't bother him that much because he's not going to give up. And it leaves off on a nice cliffhanger with the people that Sinestro had become a dictator over and how they truly feel towards him. Bad. Well, okay. I am not complaining that Hal Jordan is alive, but the thing is everything's getting rushed in the series. Hal loses his ring, but he gets it back second issue, kind of. Hal is supposedly disintegrated, leaving you off on a huge cliffhanger, but he's not really disintegrated. And, you know, any long-term comic book fan would probably realize that. I was talking to a friend from work, my friend Marco, but I call him Baraka, and lately I've been calling him my son. Anyways, he likes Green Lantern, and he really wanted to get in comics, so the relaunch was the place to go. He's a big Hal Jordan fan, a big Sinestro fan too, but he was incredibly worried that Hal Jordan was actually dead at the end of the third issue. And I said to him, he's not going to be dead. Listen, if DC wanted to kill off someone like Hal Jordan, Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman, Aquaman, some big name, they do it in some kind of big fashion or big event. He's not dead. And that's the thing, it gets a little predictable with comics when you do a move like that. The cliffhanger could have been done up differently in a way that we wouldn't have that thought that, oh, maybe Hal Jordan's dead. No, he isn't. So, I still feel as though this comic's getting very rushed when it comes down to the stuff Geoff Johns is trying to do. He's trying to build up plot points or maybe big reveals or big cliffhangers, but they're not just working out the way that they should because he's rushing them. He has to pace himself a little bit better. It's not like we're on some kind of deadline, or maybe we are. Maybe there's something going on in the Green Lantern comic or in DC that I don't know about. But the fact of the matter remains this thing's getting rushed. Don't like it. So, on the whole, whether or not you should get it. I was a little wary of Green Lantern when they did the relaunch because it's kind of like with Buffy Season 8 or with any story when you go really, really big, it's hard to go back and condense yourself back to smaller stories. After having a big zombie revolt of Black Lanterns and then the Corps itself fighting against itself, how do you really go back to basics? And it's a tough thing to do. This is an enjoyable series. It's fun, and issue number 4 was actually really fun. Not quite as much Green Lantern construct using as the previous issues, but it's still good. What I think they should do in Green Lantern, if they really want to mix things up, get rid of the Guardians on a whole and let the Green Lanterns be in charge. Because that would actually mix things up enough for me, personally. But on the whole, like I said, this is a good issue. I do recommend it. If you've been enjoying Green Lantern thus far, you're going to enjoy this. Sinestro's a badass. Hal's a badass. It's just an enjoyable issue. So, with that said, I'm going to end this review here. This is Andrew saying peace out for now.